Recorded live from the floor of the Palm Room during VCG's annual conference in sunny Orlando, Florida, join Jeff and Aaron as they pull in friends from across the country, share insights from the week's events, and more than likely dive deep on all the stuff they did at Disney World. So sit back, relax, and reflect on 2024 with us. Your secret VCG experience starts now.
Sit down there.
Yeah, we can edit a little bit. Emma, sit down there by the mic. There you go. Can you get the mic near you?
Sit down, children. I want to talk to you guys, but can you hear me okay?
Can you hear okay?
I want to talk to you. Can you hear me?
Oh, this is...
I want to talk to you about this scavenger hunt contest we had this afternoon. I'm going to tell you, this morning, I was talking trash to a couple of little kids. Told them I was going to demolish them in the scavenger hunt. How'd that work out for me, Pierson?
We beat you.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, are you sure?
Yeah,
How do you know?
because we got fourth and you got a higher or a lower placing.
Yeah, it might have glitched on the
You
app.
think it glitched?
Might have glitched. What was your favorite part of the scavenger hunt? Do you? You know what? I saw. You're not even gonna believe this. I went back to my room and I turned on the local news, the Orlando local news station.
Okay. What was on there?
They had a story, a feel-good story
Oh.
about a young lady who was leading a family in the Macarena at Disney Springs in Orlando. Was that you?
No. Emma, was you doing the Macarena dance? What has been you two's favorite part of being here for Village Caregiving's annual meeting? What was your favorite part yesterday, Emma?
Going to Epcot.
Going to Epcot. Epcot was pretty amazing. Pierson, what was your favorite part?
Probably riding that one Star Wars ride.
Ah,
Called,
the
like
s-
Resistance.
Yeah, the Star Wars ride.
Where's that? What park?
We were at Hollywood Studios, yeah, and then we went over to Epcot. We'll have to have Danielle on to talk about it. We got in a flight simulator yesterday, and we picked orange instead of green, which was orange took us to Mars. They got so messed up from this thing. I mean, we stumble out of this thing like we'd all had a bottle of wine. It was a mess, but we had a great time. It was so cool. We talk about it all the time, that Village Caregiving is a great place to work. It's a great place to raise a family. And this has been, I mean, we're getting ready to walk into that room. That room is going to be full of not only folks from Village Caregiving, but their family and the people they love. And we had Pierson and Emma here with us this weekend. I promised them that they would be on the podcast with us today. And here they are. They finally made an appearance.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah, round of applause. What was your favorite ride at Epcot? I don't remember all of them. What was the best thing there?
Oh, let's see.
Get up close on this, too.
What was the last one we rode last night? Do you remember?
Did you go inside the big ball?
Yep, we went up in the big
did?
ball. What was the one with the mouse last night? Do you remember?
The Ratatouille.
Oh, the Ratatouille ride was huge.
What's that like? Is it a roller coaster?
No,
Or you sit in
it's one of those animated ones that you get in the cart and it moves around this building, but it also has screens.
It's like
I
the
see.
mixture between a simulator and an actual ride.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was a lot of fun.
What all parks did you go to, Pierson?
Hollywood, Epcot, and Universal.
Yeah, we did Universal the day before.
Okay, and if you were to compete in another scavenger hunt, do you think that I beat you next time, or
Nah.
no? I like that confidence you have. Sometimes I come over to the house there, and he and I will play basketball in the driveway.
You guys,
Who wins at that?
you guys almost beat the paint off of my truck the last time you did this.
Actually, I don't remember. The last time we were playing like around the world and horse and stuff, I think we tied, actually. Yeah.
It was a good game. Yeah.
Well, you're good. I mean, I'm pretty good, too. So.
He's okay. He's mid, as the kids would say.
Ooh, that means bad.
Oh, no, mid's just mid.
No, it doesn't. No, mid does not mean mid. You're old. You don't even know anything. Right. I'm right about that. Mid means not very good.
It means decent.
It means decent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that right, Austin? Let's fact check this with somebody.
Jeff, we've got to go in there and figure out what John O'Malley's going to say to this crew.
John O'Leary?
John O'Leary says to this crew.
Well, it's going to be inspirational. He's a great guy. We heard him speak once before, and it will be moving.
It's going to be awesome.
It's a really good speaker. I mean, he has an inspirational story, but he delivers it in a way that will stick with you. People are going to leave here tonight and think about that a year from now, guaranteed.
No doubt. Well, I hear the music starting. We got to go, man.
Okay. All right. Thanks, kids.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, guys, for coming on.
You're welcome.
Bye. Did you have fun?
Yes.
Good.
I fell under the table when you sat down.
Yeah.
We'll jump on.
Oh, Sarah. These kids are out of control. Andrew's
You don't have
starting.
a seat.
Yeah, you can put it.
Your whole job was to get us a seat at the table and save it for me. That's all we talked
It's
about.
your whole job.
We have 2 minutes.
Jeff said a few minutes ago, Tony, you got to put the headphones on or you won't be able to hear us.
Oh, yes. Thank
Jeff
you.
said a few minutes ago that Sarah's dress looked like a trash bag but felt softer. And I'm trying to get our media team to don't quit saying things like that.
Scoot that down for
But she came over, he told her
Scoot
that,
way up
and
here
she
on
said
this
thank
mic.
you.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
Just eat that thing.
who have we got here today,
We
Jeff?
may have to point that up too. We
Yeah.
had
We had the
Aaron's
kids on.
kids on.
Sorry, can you hear okay?
Yeah.
Everyone hear okay? All right. Well, they're doing opening ceremonies inside at the 2024 Village Caregiving Annual Conference, Orlando, Florida. And on the podcast here, we have, during the reception hour, half of the Morgantown crew. Is that right?
Yes.
Welcome in, guys. We have Tony, Zach.
Welcome.
Both of you guys have been on the podcast before.
Yes.
And here you are
Separately.
again. Separately, but now together.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, guys,
Yeah.
welcome in.
Do we
How-
need to shut that door? Are we all right?
We'll have like a minute of your time, if that's okay.
yeah, take whatever you want there.
We can sit here for an hour.
Jeff sent a
I
text
got
and
a
said
bottle
that-
of wine under the table.
Jeff said he's willing to go an hour.
No, you don't.
Aaron? Thanks, buddy.
Do you have a lucky rabbit's foot?
You have one in your
I
pocket?
don't, but I got a couple of lucky coins. I tell you what, I'll give you $100 if you can guess what's on either one of them.
Me or Aaron?
Give you 5 guesses.
I'm not guessing.
Lucky coins. Lucky coins. A 1974 copper penny.
I will say this: none of those coins will be American. Let's just go with that.
Neither one of them are even real coins. They just
Disney something or other?
You're getting closer.
Wow.
Rapunzel?
You're getting a little colder.
Mickey?
Think more evil.
Oh.
Ursula?
Ursula. Yeah. I was
Not
gonna
a
say
Disney
Ursula.
movie necessarily. I think they might have the rights to it now.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's
Good
tricky.
clues I'm giving away.
Wow. This is
was
like
a
the
gift
scavenger
one
hunt
time
today.
from Matt Walker.
I give up.
Yeah, I don't know what is this.
Well, the front of it, I believe that's Queen Elizabeth II.
That looks like her. Yeah.
On the back. How about that?
Well, they can't see it. What is it?
Isn't it Universal?
I don't know. Tell them who it
Vader?
is.
Vader.
How about that? Darth Vader.
Look, there's Darth Vader.
Isn't that? Oh, that's.
Why is the Queen on the front of that and Darth Vader on the back? What
That's
is
a question I've wondered many times to myself. The other
Wow.
one I picked up in a trip with the family. California statehood. It's got a California flag.
Good.
It'd have been hard to guess that.
That is Tony, for the record. That is Disney because they have the Star Wars
Yeah.
rides now.
Yeah,
so,
Hollywood Studios.
Yeah,
I,
so-
I was guessing before I actually
Yeah.
saw the
I got you.
thing. Also, I do know the flag for California,
What is it?
the grizzly bear.
Yeah, it's the bear.
I don't think it's a grizzly. Is it?
Brown bear?
I don't think we're going to be very specific on
Northern
the
state
bear here.
grizzly?
Gosh, I can't lose that. That's the whole company will go down the tubes.
Oh,
That's good
God,
luck.
It's shutting down.
Wow.
What if there was a drain right in front of you? So, there it is. We found it. Folks, the company's going on.
We're moving on.
We will prevail.
2025 is still going to happen. We almost had to dismiss that whole room.
So what
Is
you
this
guys
what
been
you all
doing?
wanted to come on and talk about? or-
Can't be.
No, when did you guys come in? Like,
Well, we arose. A lot of people think that Jeff and I traveled together. we came separately with family. I came in Friday evening with Daniel and the kids. The kids were just on the podcast. Jeff, what did you get into in Florida?
Well, I flew down on Friday, and this probably doesn't look great.
Yeah, it's fine.
I flew down on Friday, and Sarah and I were in St. Pete with our friends Dan and Bettina. We hung out Friday through Sunday, and then I drove over late last night. So I just got here. I just got here.
So Morgantown had a lot of trials coming into to
What
Orlando.
happened?
Yeah, we were following you guys on social media. It sounded like some issues.
Well,
issues?
Adrian is very good at posting the issues. Thursday, Zach, Danielle, and I were supposed to fly out of Clarksburg an hour before the flight was supposed to take off. It was canceled.
They just said we're not doing it today.
Done.
Yeah.
Ice on the runway, even though the interstate was clear.
Ice on the
Clarksburg.
runway.
You were going to
Also,
fly
ice
out of
on the
Clarksburg?
steps whenever Tony fell.
Oh, Tony
Oh,
came
I
down
fell
the steps.
coming down the steps, announcing to him that
The flight's
the
canceled.
flight's canceled.
So when you're planning on flying out of Clarksburg, and now the trip, which it's not Clarksburg. What's the little airport up there?
Northern West
North
Virginia,
Central West
something,
Virginia.
Yeah.
whatever.
Where does it go? Well, connect. I mean, where does it?
Straight to
Orlando,
Orlando or Myrtle.
What?
Or,
Clarksburg has a direct flight to Orlando.
Yes, it's $72.
Well, it didn't. Yeah, it didn't this week. Sorry, guys.
So,
It was a good plan.
yeah, we left.
I mean, we flew out today. It worked out fine.
No,
but
well, I did not. Danielle and I were so dedicated to wake up in Florida the next day. We drove to Huntington. We rented a car, drove to Huntington that evening, and hung out with Chris Sedania. There was a parade in Barboursville.
Yes.
I thought they threw us the parade. I thought that was unnecessary.
Yeah.
But I also thought I was in Whoville because there was Christmas music.
Well, we had the mayor on. He talked all about
just
this
here.
earlier. Wait a minute. A parade in what day?
Last Thursday.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
me
we're
and
talking-
Jeff almost got stuck in that.
I was
parade.
in. My daughter was in that parade.
We ran into Ben. We ran into Zach Wellman at
1861.
Thank you. I always mess up that whole. I just make up
It could
numbers
be. Yeah,
every time.
it's four
This
numbers.
story was confusing to me. I thought you meant you just like flew down today. Is that what you said?
No, Thursday.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm
So,
sorry.
but Zach-
I'm sorry to everybody. I was gonna say I hung out with Danielle and her husband Roy last night.
But Zach, his fiance Ethan, Adrian, and Roy, and the Clarksburg crew flew in last night.
Oh, okay.
Danielle and I have been here since Thursday.
So you guys picked up the Clarksburg to Orlando flight last
Sure
night.
did.
Okay.
But we drove to Huntington to fly down to Orlando.
Yeah.
That's smart. Once you got your plans messed up. You know what I did last night to Zach? I put him on the spot. I said he was there with Ethan. I said, "So when's the date? Gonna have to pick one."
I haven't even asked that
He
question.
said,
Did he do
I
that
know.
to you?
And now I'm doing it again live on
he
the
didn't
air.
say yes or no. He went. You're
We
off.
still don't know.
All right. Well,
We'll get married when we get married.
do you think you'd invite me to that?
I sure would.
Is there a chance that if either of us got credentialed to do so, you'd let us marry you guys?
Oh, absolutely.
I always said I would be ordained to do that.
I love weddings. I like to dance. I like
want
a
to be
good party.
engaged. I want to be engaged at Disney, but fake.
Oh.
Fake.
Yeah. Just
Fake
right in-
engaged.
Like
Yeah.
married but not married.
No, engaged.
You don't want the whole commitment thing, but you just like have the
Yeah.
experience of
Yeah.
getting engaged
Proposed
in
to.
front of the
yeah,
castle.
proposed to and Disney.
Well, hell, we can make that
I was
happen.
going to say we
Right.
could line that up. Ricky tick.
Yeah.
That's not even hard. Austin will do it.
Can we, if we
I
can
don't
get us,
care.
what time's the Disney shuttle leave this campus?
I want to be.
We may be able
I
to
want
do
to be
this
fake
tonight.
proposed to.
what award are you giving out? We may be able to get back in time, have her engaged.
No, fake engaged.
Well, that's true. What happens in Orlando stays in Orlando.
That's right.
What would your reaction be to the fake proposal?
I would probably lift them up like. I would probably lift them.
And then say no.
I'll think about
Would
it.
that be funny? Yeah, give me some time to think.
What has been up to? So you just got in yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, so what and you had a couple days here, right? What's been your favorite part about having the event in Orlando this year? You guys answer separately.
Go ahead, Zach.
This is my first conference, so
Oh yeah.
it's
It
been
is.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I was telling Ethan earlier that this is just surreal. Like, this is my life. This is what I get to do for work every day. It's second to none. It's unreal.
I'll tell you what, you guys got a lot of votes for various awards tonight. This is a funny thing.
We got
I,
votes for
I'm not
Perry's
joking. I don't
Awards.
know if you won any though. We've got 60 offices. There are only 20 awards, and I'll say this in the room because I'm kind of a softie and I feel bad about it. Like, there are some offices that will get like second place in like 4 categories, but not get any of them. It's just the way it works out. But I swear I'm not just saying this to like soften a blow or anything. You may have won 5 for all I remember, but I can tell you this: I just remember seeing your names on a lot of different awards, and specifically, Zach was voted for. We have like a DO award, right?
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
Bunch of votes.
Don't tell me that.
I would hope so.
Yeah, that's no joke. And I'm not just I really
Listen,
don't
in
remember if you
honesty,
won it or
I
not. But
told-
take pride in the fact that even say you might have been second, your name was mentioned a whole lot. So bravo, hats
I
off
would
to
hope so.
all
I
of you
would hope
guys.
so.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I told Ethan whenever we were in our hotel room, because it had been mentioned to me that I was, I don't say candidate, but
Sure,
like
yeah. In the running, for sure.
in the
yeah.
running for DO of the Year. And I actually like cried in our hotel room. I was like,
Really?
if
Well, that means you care a lot. That's cool.
if I won DO of the Year, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. Well,
Like, been with this company
That's
less than a year.
like,
You're
My
deserving.
talents recognized.
I hope you
It's
win.
unreal.
That's an awesome category, by the way. Like, and I don't say that in like a negative way. A couple years ago, our organization did not have that position super well defined. Right, it went through a transitional period.
carry
And-
on without me for just a moment.
Yeah, no, you're good. But that award has really became like we have some really, really legitimate, professional,
Yes.
awesome candidates that are in that position now. Where, years ago, we're looking back 5 years ago, like there was just a handful of DOs in the company and exactly what their position was, the company really didn't know. It's kind of like referred to like as an ED helper. And we're like, well, that's not. And it has matured into such a real important, vital role in the organization that to even be a finalist in that candidate says, like there's some people with some legitimate skills and credentials in that role. So
Yes.
that's a really awesome
Absolutely.
statement there. So
I mean, even more to follow it with Adrian winning last year.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
That's
That's exactly where I
It's
was
so
going to go.
cool. Yeah.
Adrian winning last year, and you and Danielle coming on at the beginning of the year this year. Our office, like I can't even imagine Adrian and I last year how we ran it without you guys. it's just been an extraordinary growth,
Yeah.
and honestly, it's just amazing.
I mean, nothing against any other office, but I think we are the best team
ooh, boy,
ever.
oh boy,
Because
oh boy, could be
and I
Bud
think
Light
what
talking.
makes us so different from other offices is you and Danielle have an RM background. Adrian and I have a CNA background. We can actually put our feet
Sure.
in caregiver shoes. And even from a compliance standpoint, we all sit in those seats of big things. And we just get it. So I'll say it. We're second to none.
Well, all right. We'll
I
see what
love
kind of
all of
fight
our
happens.
offices.
The,
and
the confidence.
Yeah.
I love all of our offices, but I mean,
Well, Tony, what to not skip over your what has been your favorite part of having? You've been to a couple of these things. We've had
Yeah,
it in Cincinnati.
this
we've had
is my
it in
fourth.
Nashville. Yeah. So what? We're in Orlando this year. What's been the cool part about being in Orlando for you?
Well, tonight was my actual night to actually see everybody. I've been here since Thursday. I think just the opportunity to see the landscape we were actually planted in and have the opportunity to discover it.
Yeah.
I went to Lake Eola Friday night, and there was a light up tree
Oh, nice.
around there. And Casey from Martinsburg was there with her husband, and we just had a great time.
Awesome.
So yeah. So just the opportunity to actually a cool place to be
Yeah.
and build a little vacation around it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jeff, we just got the notification that we have to go into the meeting
Okay.
hall. Okay.
We did.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I just got it via text message.
Well,
All right.
I got a name tag.
Yeah.
now.
Hey, we'll pick this up tomorrow. We'll be here all day on the podcast. Just jump in, okay?
yeah.
Hey, Morgantown, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
See you soon.
Yet to get over the fact that Garrett won't give us one of his headsets so we can be on. I want to be on comms with them. Sam's there? Okay, let me get in here for a minute. Hey, Sam. Sam, have you got me here on channel 1? Yeah, I'm here, Sam. Where?
I hear him in there, actually.
What is your physical location right now?
I'm right next door to the nurse.
Okay, you're in the nurse breakout room? Okay, fantastic. Sam, what I'd like to do is I'd like to, on the stage here, I'd like to pull in tight from angle 3. Just bring that hard. I want to come in real tight, lock right in there, and then we're going to do a sweep. We're going to sweep across, okay? Sweep across the crowd, okay?
What do you think happened to him as a kid?
Hunter, are you there too?
Well, you can definitely tell he's not an only child.
Fantastic. Also, hey guys, if we
brother.
could, if you find anyone, we need coffee out here at the booth. Jeff has been given a hard no on the coffee from the staff here at the hotel. He would like some coffee.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, just black. Okay, thank you. Bye.
I've been reduced to Diet Coke.
Do you guys say bye on those things? Because I did. 10-4.
You don't say bye.
Hell yeah, I didn't know. I'm polite. I will say, though, with Ozempic this year, though, I mean, a lot of these big events.
I don't even think you could say this.
No, I'm just saying, like, even Delta has adjusted their fuel usage over the next 10 years. I swear on my life, Google this.
Really?
Delta, like all the national air carriers, have adjusted their weight situation on the anticipation that the American populace is going to lose a percentage of weight based on these weight-reducing drugs. Like places like McDonald's, large grocery chains have adjusted their forecast based on food consumption because of the success of these drugs.
So
that's how I knew when I saw the early research on vendors changing their projections. That's how I knew, like, they know way more about this than what's currently being released of how popular this is going to be and how it's going to restrict food intake and change the weight. So if you're in the business of moving human weight like an air carrier is, it makes perfect sense that you would adjust your forecast based on what you think the American populace or the populace that you serve is going to do. It's pretty fascinating.
So does this mean we can pack more?
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, that or they're going to make the seats smaller. Oof.
Hope not.
I know.
I was real.
You're real close to your neighbor.
My neighbor, when I saw him, I said, well, this is cozy.
Yeah, we know each other now. Well, cool. Well, hey, we are live on location in Orlando. This is the 2024 Village Caregiving Annual Conference, hosted here at the Hilton in Disney Springs. And our podcast guest of the morning is the newly crowned, freshly minted, recently recognized 2024 Office of the Year Executive Director, Caitlyn Carter. Caitlyn, welcome in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
You should hoist that trophy
Yeah,
up.
get that trophy up.
Did you all drink from it last night?
Unfortunately, we did.
Nice.
I wasn't
That's
sure.
not
that
unfortunate.
We did. We have a picture of doing that. So
Text that to us and we'll pop it up on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Caitlyn, tell us, so this is your second time on the podcast, right?
Yes.
The first time you came in studio back home. Walk us through last night. What was you thinking? You know that you've ran a great office. You know that from the RJ perspective, you've killed it. You guys, I think, were first place 4 times this year. Your KPIs have been amazing. You guys have seen growth. You had to know that you were in solid footing to be a top office. Bronze came in, not Portsmouth. Silver came in, not Portsmouth. Were you thinking, well, I might as well go to the bathroom? Or were you thinking, all right, here's our shot?
yeah, sweating bullets. No, I mean, coming into this office, no pressure since, they've won before. I was told, you've got big shoes to fill.
Sure.
And so it was a huge responsibility that I knew I needed to uphold.
Yeah.
And I am glad that my team came together and we worked very hard this year.
Awesome.
Did you think you were going to win? Seriously, when it got down to third,
No,
second,
I
first
mean,
place?
I was like, gosh, I hope we get something.
What percentage chance did you think we're going to win now? Now it's down to one left. Be honest.
Mean, it was a 50-50. I mean, I thought because you don't know. There's such strong competition. You have a lot of great offices. So, we think, hey, we're doing great. There may be an office that they're doing better than us. So
Sure. That's how I felt on the scavenger hunt yesterday. I knew we were doing great, but was there other teams out there doing a little bit better than us? Come to find out, there were 3 other teams doing a little bit better than us.
Well, I mean, the reason you should feel confident 50-50 or even better is because you have to know on the RJ report how strong you'd performed all year long. Really, to be honest, I don't think it was even that close. And if that's all you're looking at, which it's not all we're looking at,
Sure.
but on the RJ report, I went whenever I cast my one vote, and that's how we do it. Everybody throws one in there, so I take mine really seriously. I went back through every metric from the year. I looked at every care sheet audit, growth of the office. Then I take into effect, some culture type things. But just on the RJ piece, I think you were in the top 10. I had written down there, I don't remember how many times, but I do remember there were 4 of the 9 months, because I could only look at the first 3 quarters at that point. 4 of those 9 months, you were number 1. And I think the most anybody else had was maybe just one time at number 1. So on some level, if you're just looking at metrics, I was sitting there thinking, like, if this doesn't go to Portsmouth, I don't really know how we defend that selection.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be hard to explain to you, like, why you didn't. So I was kind of relieved and happy for you that it did turn out that way, because I think it was the right call. So all that's amazing stuff you did.
I think it's really cool. Something that we didn't get to communicate last night is that you guys, and that's really why we wanted to have you on the podcast this morning. You don't stumble into first place. You don't stumble into Office of the Year, right? Like, you just don't go through the motions. It is a dang near daily intentional effort to be better. And a couple examples over this year, if an office is listening to this and they're thinking, how could we get up into the top 5? How would we get top 3 or even top 1? Here's a couple pieces that I picked up throughout this year, right? Let's first take Chaska, okay? Dio has been with the company for years, is awesome in her role, okay? She calls me the other day. We needed a caregiver reassigned in ADP. Okay, his former employee worked for a different office, and there's this deal in ADP that you got to have a person above the branch to reassign them. Okay, Chaska calls me. I don't know how many caregivers Chaska's hired in her career. Let's say 30,000. All right, it's a lot. I don't know the real number. She has hired a lot of people. Okay,
Might be 1,000.
yeah, Jeff. No joke. When she called me, she said, "Hey, just real fast. I have this caregiver. We really need her." She's great. We need her, but she popped up as a former employee. Can you tell me what branch it is? And so I find the branch. I'm like, yeah, this is the branch. She's like, I'm going to call them real quick and find out for them. Man.
Yeah, getting that coffee. I don't really care what he's talking about that much.
In fact, it's coming in hot on
Just
this.
kidding.
But she says,
Thank you, Garrett.
She says, let me call and see if they're eligible for rehire. She calls back and says, hey, they're eligible for rehire. Could you transfer them over real quick? I want to get them started right away. And I'm like, I'm talking to someone that has done this for years. It sounds like they just started last week. I mean, that level of excitement, that energy to get that job staff, get that caregiver going, get that client help was as urgent a week ago as it was 4 years ago. Like, it is crazy, that sense of urgency. Talk to Caitlyn. We have a conversation. We're talking about metrics, about KPIs. She says, and I'll let her tell that part of the story, but they basically put a war board up in their office and broke down the RJ report on what's low-hanging fruit, what's quick wins we can get. Caitlyn, what led to that, and what success did you find from that strategy?
I brought that from my old job.
Okay.
Because my old job was grow as fast as you can. You forget about everything else. So we would always have meetings. What can we do? And this is where we're at. And I wanted to bring that in because it did work. And it makes when you see that on the board and you have your meetings, hey, where are we at? This is what we need. I feel like it makes them want to have a drive to motivate them to, like, hey, I want to get family funded. I want to get,
Sure.
We're at 3 Google reviews. Can we get one by the end of the week?
Yeah.
And get that done. And I feel like it definitely helped. And, see my team really, all of them together, they do want to they want to do well. And it's not about let's get as many hours as we can. It's also about the compliance. We really respect the RJ report because you cannot, do this job without the compliance.
Sure.
Because if you do that, you're going to have problems. It's going to, in the long run, you're going to struggle.
Yeah.
And you're going to see, oh no, things will just spiral. You have to have that compliance to be able to run smoothly and be able to take on more clients.
Yeah, one thing you said there makes me think of something. So we're talking about categories on the RJ report, right? We already said they're not the end-all, be-all. That's, a dozen or so things that we measure. But I'll tell you this. If you are ignoring some of that or you're having success in some of those categories, it's just indicative of the fact that you're probably doing everything else right, too. It tells a bigger story than just that column. Because think about what you just said, Google reviews. Okay, it's not that hard to get 8 reviews.
Yeah.
You just got to do it. That right there, if you get all 8 of them, it just tells me, well, then you're probably going to do a lot of other stuff that's within your control that you can just go do too. It's really that simple. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's an indicator of what you can control, and it
It's
means more
so
than just what
intentional, though. That's the crazy part. Like, you guys, in order to be at the top of the RJ report, month after month after month, you guys just didn't take a week off. You didn't take a month off from your focus. That is.
We did not.
Yeah. When we talk to the folks that's at the very top of that thing month after month, it's like, man, they are laser focused day after day after day to keep achieving. Because some of that stuff you can't be on cruise control and hit some of those metrics, like the growth metrics, diversification metrics. The diversifications, you guys went deeper into Passport this year. You're taking care of more and more seniors that are living at home that were financially not able to pay for the services out of pocket or didn't have another qualifying source of payment. And so the state Medicaid programs is there to help them with that. You guys have really dug into that as an office that was already, kind of a pioneer in that. You guys doubled down, tripled down on that payer source this year. Again, would have been easy to sit back and be like, hey, we've got plenty. But you guys have really done a great job in growing in those areas. So congratulations. What did you guys take away from last night's win? What did that feel like? What was that like with your team on stage?
Shout out your whole team by name real quick, too. Make sure they get some love on here.
Okay, and I can tell. So Chassica, shout out to her. She's the queen of hiring. She is the mama of the caregivers. We've got Jesse. He is our marathon runner. He is the king of employee training. And then we have Whitney. She's my sprinter. She helps also audit the care sheets. I lean into her for support when it comes to auditing and stuff, and she does a great job, and they all do. Chaska's great at getting a caregiver to go their shift, and Jesse is amazing at making sure everything is done correctly, and he wants to make sure everything is on point. So we all have our strengths and our weaknesses, and we try to come together, and I'm trying to be their cheerleader.
Yeah.
So
what do you spend most of your time doing? I thought about this right when you first sat down and we started talking. Is it managing them, or are you doing a lot of task-driven?
I'm doing a lot of task-driven stuff. So
Really? Okay.
when it comes to my management style, I am maybe not. I'm one that I want it as a team effort, because I've worked in a company that was the opposite, and I wanted to be someone that's like, hey, I want to hear everyone's opinion. I want to what can we do? What can we do to grow? So it's more of just being there to support. Like if Chaska's having a hard time, she'll be like, I can't staff this. We don't know who can we go. So I have another. I'm a fan of whiteboards. I have another board, and I'm like, okay, let's take a step back and let's see who do we have. And now we don't have to do that with the new CRM.
Right.
I love that button, the invite button.
Sure.
But now we can look at the CRM and be like, hey, let's see who we got. Let's take a moment and look at our caregivers and who's going to be the best fit. And so I just want to be there I'm there to support if they need me.
Awesome.
You want me to say some more stuff?
No.
He gave me that look.
Yeah, no.
I got a couple more things I'll tell you about. I got a new pair of shoes.
Oh, yeah. The ones you have on?
Yeah.
Those are some fresh
I
Jordans,
thought I was
aren't
like,
they?
man, those are really
Jordan
clean.
3s, my favorite one. Was my favorite basketball card, one of my favorite picks. I saw them in the mall the other day, and I thought, I got to get them.
Woo!
Oh, listen to
crowd
that
is
applause.
alive.
God, everybody loves them. First off, also, let's talk about Kristen Anderson because she
Yeah.
was the director at that office until, I guess, about a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did a terrific job. Obviously, she laid a lot of groundwork and worked with Chaska and Jesse. Were you here before Whitney or?
We came in exactly at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew it had to be close. Well, so pull back the curtain here, a little peek inside of Jeff's mind. Whenever you got to replace a director that's been that good and that office is having so much success, not all of them are like that. I mean, some of them, it takes a long time to get off the ground and get clients, and you lose money on them. Portsmouth, obviously, not that way. Boy, it can feel like, oh, what are we even doing here? You want to reward someone and advance them through the company, but gosh, how are we going to replace them? Now, if you're sitting in Columbus, for example, no offense to Austin Stevens, who we replaced, love you. But, there's a million people that live there. You figure you're going to have a big pool of applicants. You're going to probably narrow it down and get some good candidates and find somebody good. How many people live in Portsmouth? 30,000, 20,000? I don't know, 20,000 maybe. You're thinking, how are we going to be able to find someone to replace Kristen? I mean, it's not a big city. So there's a real fear attached to it. And you came in and just went Office of the Year. I guess I'm saying thank you. But the odds of replacing what Kristen had done is really low. And I was worried we wouldn't be able to. Thanks for taking a chance on us and believing in it. I don't know. There's no real question in there. I just wanted to tell you, it's a real concern sometimes, and you alleviated every single one of them. So thank you. What last year, I remember when you were at the annual conference in Nashville, that was like your first week.
It was my first day.
First day.
First day, yep.
And now look.
And now look, I've met some great people at VCG. I love these conferences because I get to meet people from different states, I feel like some lifelong friendships here, so.
Isn't that funny, a year? What are you laughing at?
Coffee.
What about it?
Gave a hard
Slurp? Hold on a second. Let me see if I can do it again. Last year, I remember it was your first day because Aaron likes to do the thing where he makes me answer people's birthdays, And you had started, that was your first day, and he didn't think I would know it, but I got you in line, and I said, hey, what's your birthday? And then he did it, too. I knew I was ahead of him, wasn't I?
Hey, did you know, when he asked that, I raised my hand because I knew that you already had that. So I was like, all right, we'll see. This will be a good.
What a dirty trick.
She was my co-conspirator on that.
Here's what's fun. I'm doing it again at lunch today, but I didn't tell Jeff this year. So he only has about 30 minutes to figure out 100 new birthdays.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't even know him. I'll just guess. Now that I think about it, I was trying to remember, make sure I still know that. Are your and Chaska's birthdays just day apart?
We are a day apart.
Yeah.
We are,
See
yeah.
how I knew that?
That's insane.
Yeah,
A year ago, he learned this.
I know. And he
I'll
did
hold it
wish
right up
me.
here.
He did wish me a happy birthday.
Yeah,
So
he's amazing at it.
Well, it shows you that I'm thinking about you and I care.
Yeah.
I wonder if people think that I, whenever I send you that text, again, be honest, do you think that I look it up in the CRM or that I have it on my phone as a calendar or anything like that?
to be honest, yeah, I feel like you have a reminder. But if you
Yeah,
don't,
I really don't.
That is amazing. That
Yeah.
actually, I'm like, oh, he got a reminder.
I know this to be true because sometimes we'll be in meetings. Be like, wait, is today the 8th? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, and he'll say whose birthday it is.
That
And
is a
whips out his phone and
superhero
sends-
power right
is.
there.
First thing I woke up, I just look at my phone. It's on this screen.
Yeah.
So I see Tuesday, December the 10th. And there's no, I don't have any reminder, but I can just, first thing I thought, I was like, it's Lonnie Lee's birthday today
That's crazy.
So
from Iowa City.
yeah.
See, that's real talent. It's not very useful, to be honest with you.
We need to get Lonnie on here for her birthday.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I haven't even got a chance to talk to her yet.
Well, I'm going to make that happen.
Okay.
Caitlyn, is there anything else you'd like to say here before we close out our first session here of 2024 Office of the Year?
I just say thank you guys. I mean, it takes a village, and this couldn't have done it without the help of my team and corporate, so helping us out. So thank you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Thanks
you.
to Whitney and Jesse and Chassica, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers. Hit that applause button big time. Or maybe that.
Chris, can you hold on just a minute? Hey, Caitlyn, thank you so much. Hey,